Okay. So I was talking to Holly. Holly and I were working on our Canvas course pages that we are launching for our programs, for the EDDI program and the Child Development Program. And I was telling Holly that one of the things I really wanted to be able to do was to have a space on each of our course pages where we could post announcements that our associate faculty could just take and grab and stick in their courses, and that, we're already done and, either pretty or cute or whatever it was, visually appealing to help capture the attention of our students. And so I knew that it was possible because we get the HTML announcements from the library or the Writing Center, but I didn't know how to create the HTML coding so that it could easily just be copied and put into other courses. And so I kind of went on a little journey and talked to a bunch of different people at a bunch of different departments to figure out how to do this and what was the best way to do it in Canvas. And I ended up connecting with Kate Johnson. And what she walked me through what her team does when they are creating HTML announcements, and thanks, Lisa, and how they make sure that they get the images in there, because I was playing around and I was trying to load images to the course files, but then the image wouldn't transfer in the HTML from my Canvas course into another course. And so I met with Kate Johnson, and she showed me what to do to be able to create the HTML so that all of the coding would transfer over from course to course, not only to the text, but also the images. And there's a couple of steps, but once you've done it a couple times, it just becomes second nature. And so like you can see this is just one course, there's a different announcement for each week for all of our associate faculty with the HTML, and they can just grab it and put it in their course. They can edit and modify it or whatever they want, but we were just trying to simplify things for our associate faculty so that they would hopefully use the tools that we had for them. So the first thing to do, because the tricky part with the HTML is the images and making sure that the images will copy from one Canvas course page to another Canvas course page. And what Kate Johnson told me was the best workaround for that is to actually house and store your images in a Google Drive and not in Canvas. There's different privacy settings within one Canvas course to another, and so the images don't always transfer. So she said what her team does, her support role team, they will put their images, they just store them in their Google Drive. So what I started doing in my own Google Drive is just making a file or a folder for each course so that I know where the images are. And then what you want to do, and I have this all in a Word document too, so I'll send that out, but I just thought it might be helpful to show people. Once you upload your images, if you right click on the image, it will give you this option to get a shareable link. So you want to get that shareable link from your image. And then once you have the link, you're going to copy it and you're going to come to this website, and I'll send you this website. But it's a website that takes Google Images and gives you the HTML code for your image. Lisa, you had a question?
Yeah, what am I supposed to be seeing right now? Because I'm still seeing the homepage of the forum.
Right, me too.
Oh, my computer. I have had so many. Okay, let me start again. I have had so many. I'll start again. have had so many computer issues.
It sounded like you were showing us something else. I apologize. I didn't speak up sooner.
No, you're fine. Can you see this screen now? Do you see my Google Drive now? Okay, yeah, my computer, I don't know why, will not let me toggle. And they have tried to fix it a million times, but it's not plain nice. Okay, so let me go back. So when you create a folder in your Google Drive, all you have to do is once you get your images in there, if you right click, it will give you the option to get a shareable link. And so if you click on that, and then you turn on this option right here for link sharing to be on, you'll copy and paste the link to your image. Then you're gonna go to this website, and I'm gonna send this website to you in the document I have, but it's a website that will take your Google link from your image, and it will generate the HTML code for you. So you just paste your Google image link into this box and hit generate code. And then it just takes a second, and it will process and spit out for you down here. Of course, it's got ads and stuff on it, so you just have to look. It will spit out for you the image embed code. So you want to take your image link, put it in this website, and then copy and paste the image embed code. Okay. Then I'm going to have to stop sharing to go back and show you guys because my computer won't toggle. Then what you want to do is you want to take that embed code that you have and you want to go into your Canvas course where you want to build it. And one thing that Kate Johnson did for Holly and I is she gave us this separate Canvas course sandbox where we can just play, because what we learned was if we were building the announcements in our actual program Canvas page, every time we published something, it sent emails to everybody who was enrolled in the course, and we were just using it to build an announcement. So if you ask Kate Johnson, she can get you a sandbox to play in. And so what I do is I go into the announcements section and create, like I'm creating a new announcement. And the first thing I do, because I have my HTML code from the other website, is I'm going to click on the HTML editor and just copy and paste the HTML code from my image right into this box, and then go back to the rich content and my image will pop up. So then from there, I can do anything I want with it. And I created this image. I use a program called Canva. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but I was trying to create a, you know, an eye-catching image that I could use repetitively in each week. Like, here's our weekly announcements for ECD 310. They'll always have this image at the top. And I just created it in there. And then I can come down here and I can type, well, you know, whatever text I want. I can add in bullets, do whatever I want to do. And I finish typing my whole announcement, and then I'll go back to HTML editor and I'll be able to copy all of the HTML code right out of here. And what I did was I took, let me stop because I don't know that it's going to share nicely. So hold on, let me switch documents. I took an old announcement from one of the ones from the library or the writing center, and I just changed the information. So I took a screenshot of my published announcement and put it here so that associate faculty can see what it's supposed to look like. And then down at the bottom, I just would come in and copy and paste. This is old HTML code from a different one, but I would just delete this HTML code and paste in the new one, and then associate faculty could copy it and paste it into their course. So it's kind of, you know, several steps in the process, but once you've done it a few times, it's just click, 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 and then you have the HTML code, and anybody can take it and use it and put it in their course and have a pretty formatted announcement that has, you know, images. And if instructors want to change something, for example, like let's say, sorry, I hate that I have to keep stopping and resharing you guys, but that's how it's working today. If you want, you know, if instructors wanted to adjust something, they can once they copy the HTML, and then they can go in and, you know, they could add their own name at their bottom or add, you know, something that they wanted to. But it was just a way for us to, you know, give a resource to our associate faculty that would be beneficial, that they could just take and go and copy and paste, and to try to, you know, put an image or something to make it more visually appealing. So anyways, it's not complicated once you've done it a few times, but I've sent these out to course starts for the last couple weeks for the courses I've done them for, and the associate faculty have been so grateful and so appreciative because it's, you know, really quick and easy for them to just grab and copy. And the trickiest part, like I said, was the getting the images to copy, and that's where putting your image in Google Drive, using the shareable link, and then putting that link into the website that will translate it into HTML code. Then the images will copy and can be used anywhere. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I don't know if anybody has any questions or.
Does this work for videos?
I have not tried it for videos yet, Amy.
I have.
Have you tried it, Holly?
And it does work for videos. So the video is here. Go to HTML editor, copy the code, and you can transfer the exact video into the next course that you're teaching without re-recording the video.
And that's if it's not stored in the files of Canvas, correct, Holly? It would be like a YouTube video or something you've housed externally?
Yeah. So if I make the video here using the Canvas, right? If I press record video, then yeah.
It's
Then-
rendering across sections?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
no. Then I can convert it to HTML code,
Mhm.
copy that code, and then I can put it into another course.
Okay.
I actually keep the code in like a running document I have for that particular course, and then I
Okay.
can be like, this is my week 4 video.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
But
is-
for video, you can also upload and then just embed the video through the documents.
Okay.
Hey, Jen, can you go back to your screen there for just a second?
You bet. Which screen, Alan? There were so many.
The announcement you were creating right there.
Yes.
Okay, once you've saved that,
Yes.
there's also a feature that you can reuse that announcement code and all.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. So, yeah, I've learned so much about Canvas, but there's still so much I don't know.
Yeah. Now, if you just go up to, like, let's say this is in a class from last month
Mm-hmm.
and you want it, or, you know, you want to share it with somebody else. If you go up to edit
Uh-huh.
and then click the HTML editor,
Uh-huh.
you can copy, I'll hit that again. You can copy all of that code. It'll keep those URLs in there for you, and you can
Yes.
use it from class to class. And
Yes.
Holly was just saying she has that already in a document.
Yes.
What
That- Yes, I knew, and that's where we created some of the Word documents and put it in. Where I was having troubles was the images. And I kept saying to Kate Johnson, okay, the image shows up in the course I'm creating it in, but it doesn't want to transfer my image. And she's like, yeah, Canvas doesn't always transfer images nicely. And that's when she said what they do is put it in their Google Drive and then get the link that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, so the image part is what she was trying to explain, all the privacy, this, that, and the other in the back end. But I was like, no, just tell me the workaround. So once I knew that, then it was good. And that's what we're doing in these Word documents, is giving our associate faculty the HTML so that they can just take it and go and copy and be ready. And right now, you know, we were working on weekly announcements, but we're going to do ones for things like, you know, problem areas, assignments we know students are struggling on. You know, even though it's been in all of our courses, they still can't seem to remember to submit to Portfolium. So coming up with an announcement to put in there, just tools that will make it easier for our associate faculty so that when they come into our Canvas pages for our programs, they're like, oh, there's actually things here I can take and use and will help, you know, help my teaching and help my students.
Jen, did you want to click on one of your courses to show them how
Sure.
we're off? I'm mostly just bragging now.
Thank you.
So cool.
Thanks, Holly. I know. Yeah, I've learned, it's really been great because I've learned a lot. I never considered myself a techie person, but I'm like, wow, I can actually do some cool things now. So yeah, this is just one of our course pages. We've structured them the same, but it has information about our course lead. We've made a discussion forum for each course. And then if we did any videos or webinars on our courses, they're right here. And if you upload your videos to YouTube, then Canvas will make them look really pretty like this when you put them on your page. And then we've been working on our announcements, and then our next step is to have examples of graded assignments and resources and things for our associate faculty. So is there an ECD 2.0? Oh, Debbie, yes, I've been working with Lauren and Francisco on ECD 201.
Oh, good. Okay. Only because we have a second course support right now that
Oh, cool.
starting Tuesday that I would love to be able to share if that's, but it sounds like you're developing it.
Yes, it's not quite up and running yet. We just fixed, you might give that associate faculty a heads up. We just fixed several broken links in that course, so they should all be working. But yes, there will be a page for every single course that's going to have these resources. It's just trying to get them rolled out between the two programs that Holly and Joanna and I are in. So yeah, but it's coming.
Awesome. And this was something that Alan and I had talked about, like I had said before everyone arrived, for COE 101 is taking some of the announcements that may not apply to a specific course, but could be applicable to all courses, so that we would have a place there too for faculty to grab things. So this is really helpful.
Oh, awesome. And if you're not familiar with Canva, let me try to share it for those of you who, does everybody here know Canva? It's like my favorite thing ever. I can have way too much fun playing in it, but you can create all kinds of things in it. And so I use it for, my kids' birthday party invitations, for things I help do, at school, my kids' school. But this is just where I built the images that I did for ECD 310. And then you can download it. And then I just use a screen capture to capture them all separately. I just put them all on one document. But it's just a fun way to, create a standard image. And it looks different for each of the courses I've done, but just to kind of connect and link together so that when students see that, they're like, oh yeah, this is my beginning of the week, announcement for this course or things like that. So.
Hey, Jen, can you also show everyone where we're going to have our general teaching tools?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or anyone, if you, we're going to be adding a sort of student help information. We're going to have like how to do an incomplete, what happens for, basic scenarios. So, so we have general teaching resources. We're going to add like a student help line information. And then I'm thinking we'll probably do a Civitas quick overview or how to best use Civitas as a teacher. So if you guys think of anything that you think would be really helpful for associate faculty as you're working with your own faculty, let us know so we can put it there.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys are all welcome to join these classes.
Yeah. So let's see, Lisa said, one thing to be aware of when sharing announcements across sections of your own courses with what others is that anything linked to a specific course or the course navigation will break. Yes, so that's why I think Kate suggested using the Google, and I haven't done anything with anything that's linked, Lisa. I think that's a good point. I've just done an image and then text, nothing that's linked. I know.
I'll often link to like an assignments page or a specific discussion, and it's not hard for me if I'm not sharing these with other faculty, but just to unlink and relink those as I paste, it still saves me a ton of time.
Totally.
The only thing that is stable really are the waypoint rubrics, but if you have an old announcement and that rubric happens to have been updated, you have to be careful because the waypoint rubric links do change with new iterations of rubrics. So I learned that. I thought they used that same hard link for but it's actually updated every time the rubric is changed. But no, these are really great tips. I only dropped by today being the techie. I thought, well, maybe I'll pick up something, and I did. I didn't know about that Google image code generator, so I appreciate you so much taking the time to share. I'm going to recommend Chris have a look at this recording. So thanks again.
Well, that makes me feel awesome, Lisa, because for me to teach you something new techie, because I've been like, okay, I can do this and I'm going to learn. And just like Debbie said, it's trial and error and trying to figure things out. And so once I figured out how to do it, I told Holly, I said, hey, what do you think about if I share? And I, share this. And I was talking with the ECE team and she's like, well, share it out with everybody. So because I think everyone's trying to figure out how to, how we can help our associate faculty. And there's these great tricks. And so
I'm sure I'm not the only one in the college. I mean, I would think like Dr. Warren probably, and Chris, we have some of these skills. We don't even think about them. Like for me, I've just been doing this stuff for 20 some years. So in different LMSs. So I figure things out. But on that point, I'm always happy to help you if you're challenged. I know Kate's amazing too, but if you need a fast, reach out. If I can help, I will. But also, no, I always learn new things. So just, I'm glad to have the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's exciting. I think it's fun to see all the new things we can do. And so, yeah. Well, cool. I will make sure to send out this recording. And when I do, I'll send the Word document where I put the steps and it has the link to that HTML code generator for the Google images and stuff in it as well. So
Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
of course.
See you guys later.
Sounds good.